What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the show, this is where we talk about the news topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the past week. If you enjoyed the Scale News Update, hit the like button. Let's jump into this week's topics. First for this week, if you've been in RC for long, you'll recognize the name Lunsford, and Lunsford is closing its doors. The owners are retiring and going to be closing the business. Lunsford was well known for their titanium turnbuckles and other titanium parts, mainly popular around the race side of things. They've ventured into other areas here and there. They were into the crawling side for a little bit, maybe like late 2000s, early 2010s, things around that area. I'm sure many of you had experiences with Lunsford, but hopefully you can all wish them a happy retirement and good thoughts into the future. The Axial UTB-18, the 1/18th scale capper, we talked about it a little bit last week at the initial release of it, but it is launched and available everywhere already. Started to see them at hobby shops, people picking them up everywhere. Saw some on the rocks this weekend. So if you're interested in picking one of those up, there is no waiting period. Axial has oftentimes done the initial release and then about a month until you can actually get the product, but not this time. It's available now. I posted my review video on that capper as well. If you're interested in seeing that for some more information, I'll post that below. And speaking of 1/18th scale, Hobbytech has a new CRX 18 that they're releasing. Not sure what is up all of a sudden with 18th scale releases, but this looks more along the lines of the Traxxas 18th scale versus the Axial 1/18th scale. This is being modeled to be a miniature of the CRX Survival, the 10th scale platform that Hobbytech made. Hobbytech is a French brand and it's more popular in Europe and then like Australia, areas like that. Don't see much of any of it here in the States, but no specific details on this yet. They have 3 or 4 pictures that they've posted up so far, but nothing of real detail. If I was to guess, I'd say that this is probably going to be some sort of rebrand of maybe an RGT or something along those lines. But maybe once we see some more information, maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised and it'll be a more original design with maybe something innovative. From the translated posts that they've made so far, it seems to be fairly standard. Solid axle, 4-link, 3-wire servo, 2-in-1 ESC receiver combo, but ready for lights. The body is scaled after the CRX Survival 1/10th scale, just scaled down to this 1/18th. If more information pops up and it's newsworthy, we'll include it here on the Scale News again. And lastly, for the small scale stuff, J Concepts officially released their 1/24 scale monster truck tires. We talked about those as they were teased a month or two back when they had them, I think at like the World Finals, but they've officially released those. J Concepts, always on top of the monster truck scene, no matter the scale. So I assume that these will be a perfect fit for all of the 1/24 scale mini monster trucks that seem to be popping up. I'd expect to see some more monster truck specific style bodies being released from J Concepts in that 1/24 scale scene, if I was guessing. Who knows? They already have a handful of 1/24 scale bodies. Maybe you could, repurpose those to be used. Next, while this isn't really in our scale world, an interesting one nonetheless, Schumacher is re-releasing the Pro Cat. This is the version of the 4-wheel drive off-road buggy that they released in 1989 and was popular in the 1990s. This is being re-released. It looks like some of it's been updated to be a little bit more capable of handling today's electronics and power. I know that many of you have been RC enthusiasts for many years. Some of you may have even owned this car when it was originally released, but if that is the case and you'd like to have a new version, or maybe you just admired it from afar before and were a little bit more interested nowadays. Either case, if you're interested in seeing the history about it or thinking about shopping on it, I'll give you a link to it below where you can find the details on buying it yourself, of course, or also there's a video with some of the history. Check that out if you're interested in that Schumacher Pro Cat. Last Thursday, the monthly Mayhem videos debuted across 8 different YouTube channels. In that series, Matt from Scale Builders Guild and myself invited 6 other YouTubers to take the VS410 Phoenix straight axle and try and make it go as fast as possible. And like I said, there was 8 of us in total that competed. We had a month to do it, and we dropped the videos in the entirety at once. So you got to see the entire progression of each of ours in one video each. Tons of different approaches in both build styles and video styles were on display. If you're interested in seeing those, there'll be a link below where I've organized everybody's videos onto one page so you can see it without having to go hunt for each individual channel. My video took 3 days to process, unfortunately. So if you tried to watch it and you didn't have audio or you had low quality video, I apologize, and that's fixed now. Sorry about that. One of those, YouTube had a day, and unfortunately it was on that video. But if you'd like to see that or like to see any of those videos, check that link below. It was a ton of fun. New this week from FMS, an FJ45. This is the 1/12 scale size. They previously had a 1/12 Suzuki Jimny released, and this is similar to that in some ways. It's got the 2-speed and a very scale undercarriage. Very nice hard body, super detailed, and I think likewise to that Jimny, it's also doesn't have much capability. It is a moving model that has some cool functions. Doors open, there's lots of little, hood pops. That's where a lot of the electronics and everything else is. It's a cool car. It's style though. Performance, it's not the focus, but looks super cool. They are $250, so you do pay for those looks. It's small scale, it's not going to really match up to the other cars that you may have, but again, a lot of detail for $250 and some cool RC features nonetheless. If you're interested in that, I know Matt did a video on that. I'll try and link to his in case you want to see all the details on that new FJ45. This week on my cruise around the internet for news stories, I went to Capo like I normally do, and this was their most recent post. This is a ring, like a piece of jewelry, and it says Capo Studio across the bottom of and a little banner across what looks like someone's butt. No, I don't know. There's no context to this post from Capo. They just posted it. No text, 4 photos, all. I don't know. I was like, is this just a rendering? But then in the photos, you can see like the reflection of someone taking the photo with their iPhone. I am so confused. What is the point of this thing? Am I missing it? Is it not? Am I seeing something that I shouldn't be seeing and it's very obviously something different? I don't know. I can't see anything else. If I'm crazy, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I'm a big fan of RC, but my jewelry needs, I think, should be handled elsewhere. Getting into some holiday deals that are currently going on the Vanquish products website, you'll continue to see more deals going on. Right now, you can get free aluminum knuckles with F10T axles. Also, the wheels of fortune continue to go up in batches. So if you're interested in that kind of wheel mystery box, keep checking that. And builders bundles will continue to keep hitting the website. So check those out. Horizon Hobby is advertising deals as well. Their deals are kind of going like a week at a time and seeing everything from ground-based to airplanes. The deals are coming and going. Some can be really good, some are just 10% off or so. But if you're interested in the Horizon Hobby deal, again, I'll put a link to those below as well. And if there's any active coupon at the time, I'll try and link that next to it just so that you have all the information you need to go shopping. Associated is also running a couple of promotions right now. If you buy an element from them, you can get a 1/24 scale element alongside with it for free. And on the Associated side, if you buy a DR10, you can get one of the, I think it's 28th scale DR28s. I think that's what it's called, or 26, one or the other. Tiny drag car, big drag car. Tiny off-road truck, little off-road truck. You get the idea. I do believe that is currently only going through Associated's website. Not sure if you'll see that through any of the dealers here or not. A quick one for those of you who may be local to my area around Sacramento. We're doing a local comp series that's starting this Saturday. This Saturday morning will be the first comp. There's a group set up just for that comp series. It'll be about once a month for the next 4 or 5 months. So think it might be something you'd be interested in. There's a link below to where you can find all that information. Then of course, Wednesday, live stream takeover. This Wednesday, we're going to have Randall on from Axial, and he's going to be going over the UTB 18 with us. So if you have any questions, you want to razz him or poke him at whatever choices he did or didn't make, come join us, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And Friday Night Live, again, we'll be working on something. I've got a comp Saturday morning, so maybe we'll be working on my comp rig. That'll do it for this week's news topics. For this week's questions segment, last week I asked you what your favorite RC was of your entire collection. Some of the answers were off the walls. There was cars I had to Google, things I had never heard before, which was always fun. I always like to learn about a new RC. Of course, none of them were three-wheelers. Nobody listed a three-wheeler as their favorite. I was immediately offended. This week, I want to know, what's the least favorite RC car you've ever bought? Least favorite, and why? Maybe there'll be some just good keyboard pounding about why it was the least favorite. I always enjoy that too. Get it off your chest. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments below. But as always, I appreciate you guys for taking the time watching these videos every Tuesday. Hit the like button if you enjoy these videos. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell so you see the videos as soon as they get uploaded. And as always, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.